Brightest blessings, everyone. I'm doing a video response to one of the people that I subscribe to, Depfox. They are a gay couple, two men who adopted two children, a boy and a girl. Now, this channel was started to combat Prop 8 in California, and it's just moved on so much from there. They've been places, they've seen things, they've done things, they're known. They had a documentary made about them. They've become known. They've talked to our political leaders, and they've gotten a lot of juice over this. All starting from just trying to show everyone that they're a family just like everybody else. And they're no different. They just happen to be two men instead of a man and a woman with a son and a daughter. As things continued on and Prop 8 is no longer and gay marriage is now legal in all 50 states, they started to go off a little bit and get on more political tangents. Now, the duo is made of Brian and Jay. Now, Brian tends to be more aggressive, has more political thoughts and feelings. Well, I'm sure Brian does have political thoughts and feelings. However, Jay tends more to vocalize it, okay? Brian's a little bit more shy. Now, the thing is that they recently were talking about trans issues. I guess there was someone who took offense to them talking about trans issues, because after all, they are cis men. Gay cis men, but cis men. And so therefore, a lot of people, or at least this one person who was very popular in the trans community, felt that they had no right speaking about trans issues. Now, I don't get this. I mean, Jay and Brian support they're big supporters of the trans community. They may not be part of the trans community, but they are part of the LGBTQ community, which includes the trans community. Okay, so basically they kind of dropped out of they stopped making videos for a while, basically. And then they did a video explaining what happened. And they're seriously questioning whether they should continue on making videos since everything that they started for has been accomplished. You know, okay, here's my answer to your questions. Don't stop, okay? Brian and Jay, I love you. You started small time, grassroots, and you grew big. Why did you grow big? There's a reason why you grow big. Because people like you. They understand you, or they want to understand you. You're entertaining. You're personable. Okay? Now, the LGBT community is just like every other community. They're made up of many, many different people. When push comes to shove, in order to be part of the LGBT community, really the only thing that you have in common, that you know for sure, is that you're LGBTQ, basically. That's all. You could be separated by everything else, but as long as you're part of that, you're in the community, which means you have so many different people to deal with. Now, I'm sorry that these people attacked you. One of my pet peeves is when someone, especially of the LGBTQ community, will sit there and as part of their attack call you a faggot. Okay? That's something that we all have to deal with. That's something that hurts us all. That's all in our boat. No matter what separates you, that's in our boat. And you don't say that shit. And I'm sorry, but I don't know this person. I don't know their followers. But that's just ridiculous. You know, that's childish. It's babyish. It shows that you have nothing to stand on. And if I know nothing else, because I know nothing else of this person, that shows me that this person is childish, ignorant, a baby, and wrong. Period. You know, people get on me all the time because I'll talk about parents. I try not to talk about things that I'm not part of. I'm not a parent. I don't have children. But I definitely have opinions on certain things. Not everything, but I do have opinions on certain things. I deal with children all the time, in my past, my present, and probably my future. Some children I know, some children I don't. Some children I see on a regular basis, some children I don't. I've helped babysit my nieces and nephews when they were younger. So it's not like I don't know anything about discipline or children acting out or teaching children lessons and teaching them how to be good adults. It's not like I don't know anything about it just because I didn't pop a child for myself. You know, I've had experience with that. I don't have to be a parent to have any sort of experience with that. But still, from time to time, I will speak out on issues, and I'll make sure that I'm very well informed on the issues before I actually speak out on those issues. And I also make sure that I have a very strong opinion that I need to voice. Because it never fails. I always get someone that says, "You're not a parent, you have no right to say anything, shut the fuck up." Yeah, they do. They say that all the time. And, you know, many times they don't bother to say things like why I'm wrong. They don't. And I don't understand that. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. Point it out. Why? Me being a parent, that's not a reason why. Okay? So, no, you should not stop making videos. Okay? Now, Jay, I know you. You know what? I kind of relate to you more because I'm very political and I like to fight for what's right. I fight for my family. I'm one that will stand and fight. So I kind of relate with you more. And Jay, I'll tell you something. You're not going to be happy sitting on the sidelines. You're not going to be happy. You're going to be like a freaking volcano when these political things come up, and you got to sit there and not say anything, and you're not making a video on it. And Jay, you have a place here. Because, yes, Prop 8 may have fallen and crashed. Yes, gay marriage is legal in all 50 states now. But you have to realize we still have a lot of bigots that are trying to shut us down. You see how much they're fighting, and they're fighting harder and harder and harder and harder. And if you don't think that this is going to go back to the Supreme Court, you don't think there's going to be court battles over this crap, you got another thing coming. Yes, everything is fine now, but we have to remain vigilant on the wall or it's going to go back. Honey, the fight is not over. Fight on, Jay. Fight on. Just because we have what we've been fighting for does not mean it cannot and will not be taken away, because they certainly will try. Oh, you know, I don't know if it's ever going to be taken away, and God, I hope not. But don't think they're not going to try. You are a fool if you think they're not going to try. Now, Brian, I understand you don't like to fight. And don't get me wrong, even though I don't really relate to you as much, no, I do relate to you, but I don't relate to you as much simply because I'm more of a fighter like Jay. But I understand where you're coming from. You remind me actually of my girlfriend. So it's kind of funny. We're kind of like the lesbian version of you and without children. But nevertheless, I understand you. You're like my girlfriend. She's a Virgo. She's a peace lover. She doesn't want to fight. She doesn't vote, which drives me crazy. You know, if you don't want to talk about it, if you don't want to get on YouTube, if you don't want to sit there and try to persuade people politically, that's fine. But don't not vote. That's my part that drives me crazy with my girlfriend. But needless to say, I understand you don't like it when people give negative comments. You don't like it when people attack your family. Your first reaction is to run. And I understand that. much like your husband understands you. Now, it doesn't mean that you have to stop, that you have to do the political stuff that drives you crazy. Maybe you guys should split it up. I want to hear about your family. I want to hear about your political stuff. Why don't you guys do stuff together as a family like you still do? Let Jay do a video by himself with the political rants and all this and all that. And if it's not something that you agree with, just make sure that he says that in the comments or says that in the video. But this is how he feels. And if it's something that you both are strongly for, then maybe you can make an appearance in the political videos. But it's very important that you guys keep the channel the same. Having political and fun and family. You need to keep it the same. I don't think you guys should fight over this. This is not something that you should be fighting over. There are so many things to fight over as a couple. Why are you going to let this shit take it? Okay? Do the family things and the fun things together. Let Jay do his political commentary. And if it's something that you both feel strongly enough to do a video over, then by all means, Brian, I want to see you in his political video. But, and let him deal with the political stuff. Let Jay deal with the political stuff. Don't read the political comments. Okay? Stay with us. We need you guys. We need you guys. I love you guys, man. Blessed be.